Syracuse and Miami. When talking weather, it's night and day. But the Orange Athletics program has its fair share of history down in South Florida. Since, well, we are here for basketball tonight, let's turn back the page with hoops. Before joining the ACC, Jim Boeheim and company earned a 3 seed in the 2009 NCAA tournament. Facing Stephen F. Austin on the same floor Syracuse is on tonight.
Syracuse is back in the NCAA tournament. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first round of the Big Dance here on the original home of the Orange, WAER. From sunny Miami, Florida, I'm Steve Andrus alongside Joel Godet.
And upset chatter remained exactly that. It was on to round 2 for SU.
Brandon Reese runs down the final ticks, and Syracuse dances on to the second round. The Orange advancing in tournament play.
2 days later, the Orange and 6th-seeded Arizona State clashed for a spot in the Sweet 16. That task far more daunting, or at least it seemed it. A man by the name of James Harden suited up for ASU, but Syracuse got to him, and got to him good.
Dribbling with the left hand on the near sideline, Harden's going to pick up the foul, and he is frustrated. He is absolutely frustrated. This could be his last game in college in an Arizona State uniform with all the talk about his draft stock. This certainly can't be helping it.
Syracuse put an end to the now 5-time NBA All-Stars college career. He finished that game with just 10 points in a season where he averaged 20. And with that, the Orange left the 305 still alive.
After 3 straight losses in the NCAA tournament, SU has back-to-back wins in Miami, Florida, and SU is moving on.
There are nearly 4,000 Syracuse alumni in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale market, including some who worked right here at WAER. Craig Minervini is the host for Miami Marlins and Florida Panthers broadcasts, and he acknowledges that when the Cuse heads to the area, people take notice.
They haven't been down here a lot, and that's, it's neat to see them come back down, especially in hoops. It's a big deal when Syracuse comes down to South Florida for us that went to Syracuse, and there's a ton of us, as you might expect in the media, from TV guys, play-by-play guys. We're all over the place. So we have a neat connection. And then there's the people that came a little before us or after us that you meet also.
Minervini was on hand for SU Athletics history in 1997 that took place in the now demolished Miami Orange Bowl.
And there was some memorable games down here. The year that McNabb won the Big East Championship. We covered that game.
McNabb going to go under center. He's got 2 receivers to each side. Now he backs up into the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to take it on the quarterback draw. Nothing but green pastures. 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Syracuse. Donovan McNabb takes it 43 yards. And a huge blow to the Miami confidence. 29-7 Syracuse.
A 33-13 win over the Hurricanes was more than enough to clinch the school's first ever Big East championship, large in part to McNabb and head coach Paul Pasqualoni.
And that is it. Game over. Syracuse has finally done it. They have finally captured sole possession of the Big East championship. They are going back to the Fiesta Bowl.
4 years later, SU returns to the near 70-year home of the University of Miami football program, but this time it was far from a successful trip. College game day was on hand for the top-ranked Canes and number 14 Orange. With the whole country watching, the U trounced SU on their path to a national championship.
Caught touchdown. Andre Johnson wide open in the end zone. Dorsey takes the snap, pumps once, looks over the middle, fires, touchdown, Jeremy Shockey. Nobody even near him, wide open in the flat.
That will do it. Syracuse goes down to Miami, and the Hurricanes squeeze themselves some orange juice. Grab a glass, there's plenty to go around. Number 1 Miami annihilates 14th ranked Syracuse 59-0. And for Syracuse, it really can't get much worse.
Syracuse still finished with 10 wins in 2001, but not without one of the more lopsided losses this century. Steve Goldstein was on hand for that one, a Syracuse alum and currently the play-by-play broadcaster for the Florida Panthers. He is expecting a sea of orange in the house tonight.
Also it's December, so you have a lot of people that just come down for the winters, spend winters in South Florida and in Miami, North Miami Beach. So I'm sure you'll have a few of them, maybe more than would be if, there was a football game in September or something like that. It's been a pretty good situation. If you can't be in the Northeast, Florida's not a bad place to be as a Syracuse alum and fan.
It's safe to say the school has seen its fair share of good and bad down in South Florida, and now only one question remains. Will tonight's game against Kansas be a part of those positive memories for Orange alums down here in Miami? Jake Marsh, WAER Sports.